Shakur on the beat.
Salute to everybody in the building tonight, man. Shout out to New York Nikki. Shout out to Yak. Shout out to City Bama. Tonight I wasn't even going to go live, but you know what I'm saying? I felt as though this was a good topic to talk about. I took a nap earlier, well rested. Took the dogs out. Hope everybody having a good night, getting ready for the war. Those of y'all that got to go to work. Hope y'all having a good night. Hope y'all had a good week. Hope the kids, the family, everything is at peace. I got a good one for us, I think, tonight. Just something to make us think. I'm going to talk about some celebrities tonight. But it's not going to be like what y'all think. I'm going to put my little twist on it. You know, my way, the way I do it. You know, the Big Dice way. Shout out to my man Walton, them over at the Real Fronto. Booger Ball, salute. I see you in the building. 050, everything Glico. Shout out to my man Walton, them over at the Real Fronto. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody that smoked that grabber. Everybody that smoked that Fronto. Go check my man at the Real Fronto on Instagram. Tell him Big Dice sent you in the DM. He will give you a discount and he will get it right to your doorstep. I don't care where you at. He will send it right to you. He got the best grabber, best frontal I seen since the 90s. Quabird in Brooklyn, if anybody's familiar with Quabird. If you don't have an Instagram account, you could also hit them up on the website, on the internet, at therealfronto.com. On the internet, you know what I'm saying? They got everything you need over there. They got dark grabber, dark fronto, light grabber, light fronto. Tell them Big Dice sent you. You can get 5 leaves of fronto for $15 plus $5 shipping and handling, which is $20, but I think it's cheaper to buy the pound, because with the pound, you get 17 to 21 leaves, courtesy of Big Dice, you dig what I'm saying? And it's an additional $5 to send. So the $25 for the pound and the $5 shipping and handling, $30 for 21 leaves, I think you're saving some money. That's just my opinion, you know, each one teach one. Shout out to my man Rondo Reddo over there at Legal Guap. You know, my man doing his thing over there. He got the clothing line. He got everything coming together real smooth. He got a little web series too. Those of y'all that's interested in, you know, the little movie scene and all that, you know, he might have a little spot for you if you want to be an actor or something like that. You dig? You know, tell him Big Dice sent you, but do me a favor, go over to Legal Guap #3 on Instagram and check out his clothes. This is my man right here. That's Rondo right there. It's my nigga Dav right there, y'all. The one in his suits on with the hat from top to bottom. You dig what I'm saying? He got some hats for the females for the summer coming up. He got some new buckets and everything. These is the baseball hats he got for the females. You know, he got the sweatsuits for the females also. Even got them for our children, for the boys, for the girls. You know what I'm saying? Got them for young adults. Give my man a shot. Go over there, Legal Guap #3 on Instagram. You dig what I'm saying? Tell him Big Dice sent you. He got the baseball hats too. Whatever you could imagine, whatever design or configuration that you put together in your mind, trust me, he can put that shit together. The Truth Lady, I see you, sister. Walaikum salam. Walaikum salam. I got a good one for y'all tonight. Well, at least I think I got a good one for you. I'm trying to get back into my literature and all that. You dig what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to get back into us thinking. You know what I got on the thing right here? Great minds think alike. If you agree, let me see some dice cubes. I want to ask y'all a question. Do anybody know who this is right here? Do anybody know who this is? I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Does anybody know who this is? It's the same person, same beautiful person. Does anybody know who this woman is? That's a fact. New York Nikki said left eye. You notice the left eye, you know. She allegedly died. But this is the same picture. This is left eye right here. These both pictures right here. Her right there without the, you know, with the drawing over her face. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. And her on the other side with the Muslim wrap. Let me show y'all something else. Y'all know who this is, right? Everybody know who this is, right? Yeah, she right. She right, Yak. May she rest in peace. That was Left Eye from the group TLC. But anybody know who this is? And Nikki, you're wrong. You said may she rest in peace on the right. FTC Vice, I see you in the building. I'm gonna give you the picture again, Nikki. See, the left eye on the right side is the left side. This is the woman that was being drained and drawn out by society and the industry. This is both of these pictures are left eye. Both of these pictures are definitely left I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't even know I hit the button. Forgive me. Yo, City Bama, salute. Pay attention to this, y'all. This is the same person. This is Left Eye. Clarice, I see you in the building, girl. Salute. I'm about to fuck y'all up tonight. Let's get into this intro.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Yo, Dab, salute. I see you in the building, baby. We got Legal Guap in the building, y'all. I'm going to let him pull up later on, too, because we're going to talk about that part 2 to the interview. He came to get this work. But back to what I was saying to y'all, these are both the same person. See, the Left Eye on the right side that was easier for y'all to identify with her, that's the Left Eye from when she was in the industry getting drained out, getting used, getting utilized for her voice. Look at the struggle in her eyes. Look at the pain in her eyes. But if you look at the Left Eye on the right side, on the left side, you notice a fuller face. Look at her eyes, y'all. Pay attention. Zoom into her eyes. I'm gonna give y'all the time to get into this work. Y'all said y'all want that real big dice, and y'all gonna get it. If you look at the picture of her on the left, look at the pain in her eyes. That's peace, truth lady. You see what she said? That's exactly what she sees. She see pain because she was tired. Shit, I get tired of YouTube. I get tired of life sometimes, y'all. She was tired. She was tired. And then truth lady said she saw fear also in her eyes. It's time to give y'all this work. So y'all do admit this is Tupac Shakur, right? Everybody agree this is Tupac Shakur and allegedly, rest in peace, his best friend Gaddafi that was supposedly killed, right? Oh, we got the same story, yeah. I wasn't going through none of them doors and the nigga wasn't putting his hands on me. You already know how I rock. But y'all do agree that's Tupac Shakur and his alleged friend Gaddafi that was killed allegedly in 1990, what, 6? Right after him? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Go sit down. I'm sorry, y'all. Egypt just came in here, and I just let her run outside and run back in. Allegedly, like Nikki said, she said, don't he live overseas now? Truth lady, if he did, how he live overseas? I'm just fucking with you. I agree with you totally. That is Gaddafi. He took the shahad. That's a fact. But let me show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all a picture that's going to blow y'all mind right quick. Matter of fact, y'all do see this picture right here, right? I'm sorry that the picture is so blurry. But this is allegedly a rapper by the name of Akil the MC and his new partner in a rap group called the Jurassic 5. I ain't never heard of these motherfuckers. Excuse my language, but they came out of nowhere. It's supposed to be Akil the MC and Gaddafi right now. Let me show y'all another picture that's going to blow y'all mind. Look at this picture right here, y'all. Pay attention to the teeth. Pay attention to the eyes. Pay attention to the face. Pay attention to the cheekbone. Pay attention to the fact that one of the pictures, he has an earring in his nose as TUPAC Shakur, and the other picture is allegedly Akil MC. Pay attention to both of the pictures. It's a very, very familiar similarity in both of these pictures. Pay attention to this picture again. If you look on the left side, on the right side, you see the pain, you see the disparity and the fear in her eyes. But if you look at her on the left, excuse me, if you look at her on the right side, you see the pain, disparity, and the fears in her eyes. If you look at her on the left side, you see such a beautiful glow. You see her face is full, like she's been eating properly. Like she's been getting her proper rest. Like she's getting her proper rest. Let me show y'all the original picture where that picture comes from. Oops. Check this picture out, y'all. That's the original picture right there. This picture was taken a year ago, year and a half ago. This is Akil MC and a woman that is no longer known to the world as Left Eye. The Left Eye, just like TUPAC Shakur, them people and them characters are dead, deceased to the world. Ironically, Akil the MC and this beautiful sister right here, which is beautiful Muslim sister right here, now they are a couple. Now they are a couple. Ironically, TUPAC Shakur allegedly was killed. That's him right there again. He's allegedly killed. But who the fuck is these two people? If this is Akil the MC and the new MC that looks just like TUPAC and Gaddafi, I think we've been bamboozled, y'all. I think we've been bamboozled. Oh yeah, truth lady, I get on my game. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I think we've been bamboozled. Pay attention to the picture. TUPAC on the right side, we know that's TUPAC. Look at the pain, the confusion, and the disparity in his eyes. I want y'all to focus on that. The pain, the disparity, the frustration, the disappointment, which I read, I'm just me, in his eyes. And check Akil the MC on the left side. Check out how full his face is. Look at the light and the joy in his eyes. On the left side, pain, like he knows something, like he plotting something. Like he knows something that the world don't know. And then right here on the left side, seems like, quote unquote, he's happy. Ain't that some shit? New York nigga said Tupac and Left Eye did date before their deaths. That's for sure. Check this out. Now, this is the part I want y'all to think about. Say, for instance, we were in the rap game. Say, for instance, we were very popular figures, y'all. Everybody in here. Remember, there's a bunch of people that mysteriously or allegedly died because of overdoses or mysterious deaths, and then come to find out years later, allegedly, people died with the same DNA and genetics, such as Marilyn Monroe. Look at what they're saying about Elvis Presley. They have been calling Tupac Shakur our Elvis Presley. They said that's the black people hope. That's the black people's Elvis Presley. Haven't you heard that before? Is it just me? She said she heard Tupac pay the Undertaker millions to fake his death certificate. Yes and no. I heard Suge Knight paid Tupac's Undertaker millions to fake his death certificate. Matter of fact, $3 million to be exact, and then mysteriously disappeared. Let me show y'all something. Let's get into this right quick. Let's get into this. Y'all want to play? I'm going to show y'all I'm sharing McLeod, son. I don't think y'all heard that in a while, but I'm going to let y'all know who I am. Show you something right quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all.
And I heard that Tupac was shot when I was at home.
That Tupac was shot. And where did you hear it?
And I heard that Tupac was shot when I was at home.
Well, see, the crazy part about that, that's the young man by the name of Orlando Anderson. He said that he heard Tupac was shot when he was home, but he's allegedly the shooter of Tupac Shakur. I'm going to tell y'all something real deep that I found out. See, there were two actual impersonators that looked just like Tupac Shakur. And one of them, unfortunately, were dying from AIDS. There was a man that looked just like Tupac Shakur that was dying of AIDS. The first thing Tupac Shakur's father said when he went to the hospital that night after his son was shot, he said, "That ain't my son." The first thing Tupac Shakur's father said when he got to the hospital is, "That's not my son," and walked out. Jesse Jackson said Tupac Shakur was sitting up laughing and joking when he came to see him. There were people that were at the actual crime scene when it happened, when they said the helicopter pulled up. The helicopter pulled up and took him away. Derek I. Self Road, salute. I appreciate you for pulling up in the building. Hope you subscribe. You are now rocking with the best. You over here at the Big Dice Chronicles, and you're a host of us and Team Guardian. This is what I wanted to talk about, though. Tupac Shakur's mother lived right down here. She lived right down here. May she rest in peace. Afina Shakur lived in Lumberton, North Carolina, about maybe 15 miles away from me. She lived a normal life. She had a regular home. She was not bothered. People saw her all the time. Certain actors would come down here to North Carolina. Actually, a friend of mine's by the name of Caddy. His name is Jeff Clausen. He used to cut hair in Lumberton. He used to cut Tyrese hair, and he used to cut Tupac Shakur's mother hair when she was alive. I'm going to pull up something right now I want y'all to see. Very important. I want y'all to pay attention to something. I'm about to play something for y'all I want y'all to pay attention to, because it's something we can look at, something we can pay attention to.
Style that set the tone for gangster rap in the 90s, which significantly changed the course of American music history. But with every hip-hop story, there's always controversies, problems, and drama that surrounds the company. Michael Nice, who was supposedly a bodyguard for the late great Tupac Shakur, said in a recent interview that he, along with the Black Panthers, helped Tupac fake his death and helped him escape from the hospital to a helicopter, and from that helicopter they went to New Mexico and then Barbados. To back up his claim, so provides video footage and even faked his own death to prove he could do it. Let's listen in to Michael Nice as he explains how Tupac got away.
Told me that Pac had been ambushed and actually shot for real, and he'd been taken to the UMC. So he told me to just wait for further information. He'd be in touch ASAP. Pac was recovering, and I'd heard via the Black Panthers as well. They then decided that they'd better hurry up and fake his death quick, in case they came to finish the job off. Explained to him that we wanted everything done proper, all official, as if it was anybody else. And unfortunately, he'd done the job a bit too well, in as much as the only mistake was the body that was provided, which I'll tell you about in a second. The weights and height didn't quite add up. And I don't know who's responsible for it, to be honest. So at the time of the actual surgery, the body was waiting in the ambulance. The doctor was in the room. Finney Shakur was present. Gloria Cox was present. And actually the two women had agreed with the doctor that he didn't have to witness the event. He could actually just turn his head, wash his hands or whatever. They quickly switched the bodies, one out of the ambulance, the dead body. TUPAC, who'd recovered enough to get about fine by himself. He then transferred to the ambulance, and the next step was to transfer him to an airstrip. Again, with a Howard Marks connection, one of his showbiz friends, we had a private plane waiting to get TUPAC on board. So the next thing that happened was me and my brother met TUPAC at the safe house, comfortable, escorted him to the plane. The two Pampa guys were with us. And obviously the pilot was there as well, and we took off and we headed to the Barbados. Great success. We helped Pac escape.
Wow. So this is a crazy story here. This makes me think back to the video, I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto.
It's kind of deep, y'all. It's kind of deep. It's kind of deep, y'all. The person that actually did the video, shout out to him, was getting ready to go into the fact of the depth that TUPAC had a video that was released right after his alleged death. And the song was, I Was Wondering If Heaven Had a Ghetto. In the video, if you notice, there was a helicopter hovering over like a monastery with Catholic nurses. And they showed the helicopter landing, but somebody was getting out the helicopter, but they never showed who the person was. But look at the hints they showed in the video. They showed a bunch of children, a bunch of adults and teenagers running towards the person that came off the hospital that was being assisted. Came off the helicopter that was being assisted to the hospital, and everyone was smiling like they knew him. Everybody was smiling like they knew him. They was trying to insinuate that this was TUPAC because he had a plan. What it is was, the night when this all happened, this was something that he had staged. Him and Mike Tyson was good friends. The night that Mike Tyson had the fight in the famous MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas, TUPAC had this plan. See, everybody know when there's a big fight, the players is coming out, especially if they from Vegas. So we got the Pyru Crips, Mob, Suge Knight, and all of them. So we got the Bloods and the Crips at the same event. So this is how strategic and clever TUPAC was. He said he had to do something that he know would ignite an all-out war. Because allegedly, one of the people and the members of Death Row and Suge Knight was stomped out 2 days prior to the Mike Tyson fight, and he was robbed of his Death Row chain. So, of course, automatically in the street, it was war. Bloods versus Crip, Death Row and the Bloods, Keefe D and the Crips. See, TUPAC knew someone was supposed to get killed. And he knew this could be his alleged escape. So what he did is, they said, allegedly, the man that had HIV, he made a deal with him. He said, I'm going to give you an undisclosed amount of money. The man knew that he was dying. Pay attention to the theory of this. The man knew that he was dying. So he agreed to the terms. Who would want to live with HIV or AIDS? The medication, the pain, the withdrawals. I have 2 family members and a close friend that died of HIV. I watched him just totally disappear. Rest in peace to my man, Harry. Who would want to live like that? So think about this. If you know you're going to die, what an unselfish act you would have to do. Someone say, I'm going to give you $5 million, $10 million that you're going to leave behind to your baby mother, or your father, your kids, your grandparents, whoever you want to leave this money to. And you say, you know what? I'm dying anyway, so this is what I'm going to do. Because that particular night when Tupac Shakur ignited that fight in the MGM Grand, he knew he was starting the war because he put his hands on a Crip member by the name of Orlando Anderson. See, people fail to realize this is something that Tupac Shakur signed up for. When Tupac Shakur was in prison in New York, drop guard, salute. When Tupac Shakur was in prison in Rikers Island, they left him there for dead. Remember, Pac had just went to the studio. He just got shot allegedly by people from Brooklyn, New York. And he was left in Rikers Island for dead. Who is the person that came and said, yo, check this out. These niggas don't love you. They don't appreciate you for who you are. Come over to the West Coast and ride with us. Who is the person that put up $1 million bail, immediately wrote a check for him to have him released that same day? That was Suge Knight. So, see, people fail to realize when you want to be a part of something, and you want to be with the team and you want to ride and all that. If the team is blood, you blood. If the team is Crip, you Crip. If the team is Pilgrim, you Pilgrim. Whatever that ethnicity or whatever that demonstration of that organization is identified to the world, you now become a part of that. So you notice Tupac was running around throwing up gang signs. He Pyru, he MOB, he screaming mob. The night that that altercation started between Tupac Shakur and Orlando Anderson, which led between the war between the Mob Pyru Crips, the Mob Pyru Bloods and the Crips, was Keefy D and them. If you watch the video how Tupac Shakur beat Orlando Anderson and stomped him ridiculous. Orlando Anderson, if you pay attention to the video, he was sitting there like, what the fuck is this about? Because Orlando Anderson never did nothing. Yeah, Orlando Anderson, allegedly one of the members of Death Row had their chain snatched at the mall, but that don't mean that was because of no Death Row Crip shit. That could be because of some straight up ego shit. That nigga's pussy, I don't like him. Who even knows that the chain that was snatched from the alleged Death Row member had it? Think about it. Who even know he was telling the truth? He could have went back and said, yo, them Crips robbed me. It could have been a regular nigga in the street that just walked up on him and backed that pistol out and was like, let me get that pussy. Oh, excuse my language to the women in the chat. But he knew when he went back to Suge and them, he couldn't just say, yo, a nigga just ran up on me and pressed me and pulled my chain off my motherfucking neck. Because he would have been stomped out by Suge and them. So what he did, yo, them niggas had me outnumbered. They jumped me. They pulled out pistols. They got my chain. So now it's an organization versus an organization. They talking about Pac wasn't no gang member. Let me explain something to you. If you watch that video, that nigga Pac is the one that initiated and set off everything in that altercation. So if he wasn't a gang member before that first initial swing, he was a gang member that night. And what they do after the fight from the MGM, they decide to go to Suge Knight's alleged club. Now check this out. Tupac, he had this shit all planned. Nikki with this bullshit. She just said artist. See, artist, if you in here again, I keep telling you, you got me blocked and you're going to have to go to your other phone because Nikki got me thinking I'm going fucking crazy because I don't see you, bro. But salute to artists. Now Drop Guard is saying, now FTC, artists, you still got me blocked on your phone. You still ain't bought no laptop. So your ass got to go to the beautiful daughter's phone or you got to use your wife's phone with the Morrisons. Salute. Yak said, I seen it. I'm kind of torn about it. I could actually see it happening both ways, so I wouldn't bet against it being true or not. Think about this, Yak. Think about what I'm saying to you, Yak. You know the motherfucking game. You know who you are. You know what you represent. I know who I am. I know who I'm representing. When I came up DCEP. I'm going to be DCEP to the day I die. I'm guard body. If anything was to happen to me and I would have to go somewhere and they ask me who I be, I got to tell them who I be immediately. And immediately I'm going to prove to be God. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk with the gods and the Akis, 5% Nation of Islam, the God bodies. That's who I'm going to rock with, the street version of Islam. And then if anything was to go down where it was a war, the 5% would get with the real 5% Nation of Islam, Muslim brothers, and we'd be unstoppable. And we'd be unstoppable. It's just like if we in jail and I go step to an Aryan Nation, or I go step to a Blood, or I go step to a Crip, or I go step to a Nieta, or I go step to an ABF. If I step to any type of member or organization without authorization, that shit is going to start a war. Pac knew what he was doing. And he knew because of the arrogance of Suge Knight and because of the image that they portrayed out there in California, they wasn't going to duck and hide after they stomped out Orlando or after they clashed with the Crips and the MGM. They go into their club. That's just like in the hood. Niggas playing with us. We stomp their ass out. We go into the block. We going to arm up. Niggas pull up. We going to tear their ass up. Same analogy in California. Same analogy in California. But see, allegedly Pac had a plan. Pac said, you know what? I'm going to utilize all this money I got. I'm going to utilize all this money I got because he's a thinker. He came from a different bloodline. See, Tupac Shakur, he was tied with the world. He wasn't just tied with the industry. He wasn't tied with the disappointment with the industry and the government. He was tied with his mother also. Because I told y'all, I'm going to do a show one night on the disappointments of a mother from a young man. This one is going to blow the world out. I'm going to tell you a disappointment that Tupac Shakur, that a lot of people don't know, that he went to his alleged grave with, that he was so disappointed with his mother. See, Tupac was upset and disappointed with his mother for two things that very, very much hurt him to the day he disappeared. That's what I'm going to say. Meg Sugar Rush, how you doing? I see you in the building. Salute. Number one, he was upset with his mother for the fact that she felt addiction to crack cocaine. If you remember what he said in his songs, even though you was a crack fiend, mama, you will always be a black queen, mama. See, let me tell you something. I don't care about if my mother is a prostitute or my mother's a whore or my mother's a dope fiend or my mother's a crackhead. I don't care about that when it comes to the actual relationship. That's my mother. I come from her womb. But what will disappoint me is to watch something so beautiful that I come from destroy herself. And on top of that, the addiction that she has failed to has her so out of control, she don't even know the display of disrespect she's showing to herself and her family and our neighborhood. So now the whole neighborhood knows my mother's smoking crack. That's one disappointment. That's one disappointment that broke his mother's heart. Yes, praise Allah, she did go get herself some help, which he had to initiate after he became more and more famous. This was actually after the movie Juice, when he got his first budget. She decided it was time for her to make a change. She made the initial move to say, I'm going to walk into this place and give it 1,000%. But with the help of her son financially and the support of her family, she overcame a horrific addiction. But let me explain something to you about the second disappointment he had with his mother that a lot of y'all, matter of fact, does anybody in here know? I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to do this. Does anybody else in here know the second reason why Tupac Shakur was disappointed with his mother? Yo, artist, if you're in the building, go get another phone or another tablet or something, because they keep saying your name. You're driving me crazy. Artist, I don't see you. I keep telling you, somebody got me blocked from your StreamYard, so you got to get into that StreamYard. You got to get yourself a laptop or a computer, or you have to go somewhere like a library and get into a computer or a laptop and just get your StreamYard code and go into it and correct all that because I don't see you and they driving me crazy. Yak said the sister situation. You my man, a brother from another mother, but you are absolutely wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that up off the screen. Anybody else want to give it a shot? The reason it broke his heart, the other reason that disappointed him and would disappoint any man. Would disappoint any man, would disappoint any woman. I'm gonna give y'all another hit. This would disappoint any woman. This would disappoint any child. Y'all hit that like button on the way in. Anybody else want to give it a shot? My man Yak said, she said the Black Panther Party. You know what, Nikki? You're right and you're wrong. It has something to do with the Black Panther Party, but I can't give you no prize for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that up off the screen too. Anybody else? Or should y'all just want me to get into this work? Yak said the sister situation. Incorrect. Great answer though, because he was upset about that, but that really didn't kill him. Nikki said the Black Panther situation. That was cool too, but that's not it. Oh, there go my man Artist. He's in the building. Yeah. I can see you now. See, people be driving me crazy with that shit, Artist. Everybody be going, yo, salute the artist, and I'm looking at the shit. I can take pictures and screenshots and show y'all it ain't here. It ain't here. It's not here, y'all. Yep, I see you now. I got the salute king and all that. I'm going to tell y'all why. Because she did something a lot of women do. Not every woman, but a lot of women do. And the reason why we can't throw blame. I told him that nigga, he got to unblock me. The reason why I can't throw blame at that, because we can't really judge nobody for their description of how they're going to protect their child, especially a mother, because a mother is like a cub. A mother is like a bear. When her children are like cubs, she'll do anything. A mother respectfully a fuck for her kids. My mother told me that. She said, nigga, do you know how many niggas I had to fuck that I didn't even like just to make sure you was comfortable? Real facts. That's why a woman can't tell me shit. My mother said, do you know how many niggas I had to fuck just to make sure you was comfortable that I didn't even like? And my mother came from a family where all she had to do was call a phone, walk downstairs, or walk into a house, and anything that she asked would be given to her. See, I respect you women. I respect you women for some of the things you got to endure just to survive. Just like the scene from Set It Off with Jada Pinkett, one of my favorite movies. Jada Pinkett was in a neighborhood that she knew was overpowered and overpoverished with crime and death. And she had a brother that she knew was important to her. And she was a protector of. And she went and slept with a man. She went and gave the most precious thing God could ever give her to give away to a man that she didn't even care about, didn't even fathom the like, just to get some money to send her little brother away to school. See, it's some things that women do that we may try to point the finger at them about doing it, but ask yourself, would you do it? Would you do it? What Tupac Shakur was upset with his mother about is, since Tupac Shakur was a child, until the incident where he was allegedly shot and was in the hospital. And forgive me, he was shot because one of the bullets from the ambush of the car, you dig what I'm saying? He was shot because Tupac Shakur was in the car that night when the car got shot up. The picture that y'all see, that wasn't Tupac Shakur sitting in the fucking passenger seat looking at the camera. You notice how staged that picture was? You mean to tell me the night that you actually get shot up, you're going to be looking? No, that was staged. See, Tupac Shakur was in the car. He was in the back seat. He was in the back seat. He had to be there. They had on the same outfit. He had to be there. Tupac Shakur was in the back seat. If you notice, he got shot allegedly over his right chest muscle because he was sitting in the back of the car, and one of the bullets from the front, because he knew Keefe D and Orlando and them was coming, ricocheted through the side of the car and pierced because Suge Knight's BMW was not bulletproof. He had to see this through. But what he found out when he got grazed and was in the hospital, because when they took the person that had HIV that was actually killed in the front seat that night, they took all them bullets to the coroner to make up that fictitious paperwork. They was already making that up. This was already in the making. But Tupac Shakur had to go to the hospital. He died when he was 25. 2 and 5 is 7. He died at 4:03 a.m. Another coincidence, the number 7, 4 plus 3. And he also was killed July 16th. 6 and 1 is 7, so there go 3 7s right in front of you. Ironically, the 16th, 6 and 1 is 7, 4 3. Ironically, 4 and 3 is 7. And he was allegedly 25 years old, 2 and 5, which is 7. Am I preaching? But let me tell you why he was disappointed with his mother. He had a visitor when he was in the hospital. A bunch of people was up there. Faith Evans even come to see him. Reverend Jesse Jackson came to see him. Al Sharpton came to see him. But guess who else came to see him? Can anybody else tell me who came to see him? I can give you a hint. I was just talking about it earlier. His father. This is what Tupac Shakur was upset with his mother about. Number one, if you listen to what I said earlier in the live, when Tupac Shakur's actual biological father walked up into the hospital room, the first thing he screamed out is, "That's not my son. That's not my son." But the part that fucked Tupac Shakur up is, if for all the years since he was a baby until the day he was shot, Afena Shakur, may she rest in peace, why did she tell him that Matula Shakur was his father? She never said Matula Shakur was his stepfather. She never said Makula McCaw stepped up and gave Tupac Shakur his biological birth name and adopted him. She never said that. She said, "That's your father." Was she wrong for that? Yes or no? Was she wrong because she did not get into the exact descriptive meaning of father? Because Matula Shakur is the man that raised him, is the man that taught him, is the man that embedded the Black Panther struggle in his heart. So when it comes to the word father, a father is just a nurturer, or one that take care of what he is responsible for, what he has created. That's what a father is. Just like a husband is a nurturer. And he's responsible for what? his wife, and his children. So when Tupac Shakur's biological father walked up in the hospital room, Pac flipped out. He was like, yo, who the fuck is you? This ain't the first day when Tupac Shakur's father walked up in there, because they said when he first walked to the hospital, the body that was taken to the hospital was actually the person that had HIV that was taken out of the car. But the white woman that was proven to be a friend of Tupac Shakur's, that they partied for years prior to this and was introduced to him by Madonna when he was dating Madonna, said that she saw them put Tupac Shakur on a helicopter on a stretcher and it flew off. And then it was other people that accounted and witnessed that they saw them put Tupac Shakur on a stretcher and put him in the back of an ambulance. Pay attention. The person with HIV, the person that looked just like Tupac Shakur, he didn't die instantly. That's who was put into the motherfucking ambulance and took to the hospital. Tupac Shakur, the real actual person that was shot by mistake in the back of the car, right here, not marking myself, in the top of his right shoulder, he is the one that was rushed to the helicopter and flown away and given medical assistance to see what was wrong with him, because in the plan and the plot, he was never supposed to be struck. Pay attention. So when the father automatically gets to the hospital that night, because he proves that he is the father of Tupac Shakur, he walks in the emergency room, looks at the man, the HIV person that is the exact duplicate, the impersonator of Tupac, and says, that ain't my son. This shit don't match up. My son ain't even that fucking tall. And my son is not that fucking skinny. But when he came back the second day to see Tupac, they made the switch that night. See, the man with HIV, he actually died, rest in peace, due to the complications from the gunshot wounds. But they didn't do no autopsy on him. They did an autopsy on a mannequin that resembled Tupac Shakur, that to this day, everyone finds out that the autopsy pictures are fake. Let's pay attention to this, y'all. They did the old 3-card money on us. You paying attention to 1 card, but you should have been paying attention to 2. The old 3 cap with 1 ball under the middle. You're paying attention to 1 cap, but you should be paying attention to the 2 caps. The reason why you should be paying attention to the 2 caps, because you know the 2 caps don't have no fucking ball under them. But if you pay attention to the 1, you're guaranteed the win. See, everybody was paying attention to Tupac Shakur being pulled out of the car because it was in a desolate area, checked by the gas station that was no longer being ran. They did this shit strategically, allegedly. They put it in a gas station in an area of an old warehouse that was no longer being occupied. So there wasn't no activity and there wasn't that many people out there. So when Pac got hit, allegedly, that nigga got into the helicopter. And unfortunately, the man that impersonated him that day, that was riding around in the car, agreement to be paid upon after his death, is the one they saw rushed into the ambulance. So when his father came on the second day, when he was sitting up joking and laughing with people, because remember what Jesse Jackson said, I quote, Jesse Jackson said, I don't understand, how did this young man die? I was just sitting up there. He was so full of life. Google it. Check it out if you think I'm capping. He said he was just talking to me. He was jumping around in the room and he was letting Jesse Jackson hear some of his new rhymes that he just ironically wrote about the incident pertaining to him getting shot. This dude, Pac, was a thinker, man. But in the midst of him sitting up there talking to the religious leaders his real biological father walked in. And when his father walked in, he said, yo, who are you? His father explained to him who he was. And Pop was like, you ain't my pops, nigga. My pops named Matula Shakur. You just another clown trying to get some motherfucking money. What you trying to say about my moms? And that's when Jesse Jackson said the man released information that only him and Tupac Shakur and his mother would know. And everyone in the room was ordered to leave. Pay attention. As a man, what type of conversation do you think he had with his mother at 25 years old? Because this right here alters his whole plan. He was never thinking about his true biological father coming out of the woodworks to his aid because he felt as though his son was about to die. He didn't understand when his father came and told him how he watched him for years, how he pulled out pictures for years, how he followed him for years. But due to the respect that he had for the late, great Afena Shakur, he never interfered with his life because it was a time in his life as a man, he felt as though he didn't even have the right to speak up for him because of his addictions and his demons. Tupac Shakur was heartbroken. I would be heartbroken. You mean to tell me a man that you told me all my life from a baby is my biological father and this is not my biological father? Do you understand as a man? See, these are the things that some women do not understand. See, you are a mother first. And in your eyes, you say, this is my baby. This is my child. They're going to listen to everything I say. They're going to listen to everything I do. You have the right to feel like that. But then you have to understand what happens when that little boy turns into a young man and turns into an adult that starts thinking for himself. And there's certain questions that that little boy wants to hear about you. He wants to hear answers to. Thank you, Nikki. She said Billy Garland is Tupac Shakur's father's name. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got a text from my cousin begging. Just imagine the conversation that Tupac Shakur had with his moms as a young adult man. It's no more shut up, stop talking. No, this is a man you talking now. So you can't tell a grown man that put you into a rehabilitation system and has his own money and has his own homes and has his own identity. You can't tell him to go to his room. You know why you can't tell him to go to his room? Because he's the source of income. He's the source of income, not by obligation, but because of dedication and admiration. See, if you're financially stable, you're not obligated to take care of your parents. You're not obligated to buy them a house. You're not obligated to buy them a car. You're not obligated to make sure they quit their jobs and live rent-free. You're not obligated to do that, but due to admiration, respect, and love, this is something that you should want to do. It's something you should want to do. Just imagine the conversation Tupac Shakur had with his mother over Ma. Can I ask you a question? Why would you lie to me about who my dad is? It's just like a little girl asking her mother, yo, mom, why would you lie to me about who's my dad? That's the second disappointment Tupac had with his mother. There's so many sightings, allegedly, about Tupac Shakur all over the world. Big Al, I'm not trying to prove nothing, Big Al Z. We just over here doing grown folks talk and thinking and talking about a theory that's been on my mind for a minute. Okay, Al, I'm going to take this down. When I block you, I'm going to take it down, doo-doo head. Now you're out of here. Yo, Yak, show me your face. This nigga got a picture of, what's the rapper name, y'all? Let me see your face, Yak. What's the rapper name, y'all? It's cool when I do it. When they do it, it's like, fuck them. That's his name. Birds of a feather. Yo, Yak, something going on with your thing. Is that really you? I'm seeing a blur. Hit me in the chat and tell me that's you, because I'm seeing a blur behind your thing. Let me know that's you. Oh, he disappeared. Let me know that's you, Yak. If that was you. Because something was going on with that. That wasn't even Yak, because Yak usually have his Yak thing on his thing, Y-A-K, as his avatar. And that was a face. That was a picture of Yak. But that wasn't Yak that I know. So if that's you, Yak, let me know that was you, Yak. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me go pay the water bill. I'm sorry. I had to use the... Oh, hold on. Let me see. That's Yak. Let me see Yak. Oh, that's Yak.
It's me, bro.
Yak, hold it down while I go. You pay the water bill.
All right. Man, what's up, people? What's up? What's up? Man, how y'all think about... What y'all think about this? Now, Dice got one going here. He got us on the edge of our seats. I know he got me on the edge of my seats. Man, I hope everybody had a good little barbecue get together with the fans and their peoples and close friends. I threw some simple stuff on the grill. I ain't do nothing heavy. I'm gonna throw some ribs on the grill tomorrow, because I ain't really feel like really getting it in today. So I threw some burgers, hot dogs, Italian sausage. And I had some slabs of ribs, but my wife's son-in-law, or whoever the hell he is, he was on the grill. And, I'm one of them real finicky dudes. I like my meat clean properly. You got to do the proper everything before you put some meat on the grill or anything with me, or I can't eat it. So I ain't feel like really picking at no ribs or nothing, so I ain't even messing around with it today. I'm one of them finicky cats. What everybody do today. Now, Dice got a good one going here, man. I'm kind of torn. I can see it going both ways. I've seen a lot of the stuff that's going on with this and other cases like this. Plus, I know how this industry itself goes. And man, it's some wicked and evil and, man, scientific / spiritual situations that go on in that industry, man, that a lot of people can get caught up in if they're not prepared. And man, I've seen people go through stuff personally in this industry that will make you think about doing exactly what Dice is talking about Tupac did. So, I can see it going either way. So I wouldn't put my money on if he's still alive or if the brother's passed away. But either way, man, prayers to everybody involved and extended family, et cetera, But I could definitely understand it, man. Remember at the Machiavelli album, you have to, at the very beginning, it sounded like a whisper said, "Suge shot me." Go take a listen, people. At the very beginning of the Machiavelli album, it sounded like it said, "Suge shot me." You have to listen very closely. Now we about to see y'all on a merry-go-round. These doors never spoke. Yes, New York nigga, those are the doors. Definitely is. I mean, those are the doors. Man, I went when I figured it out, and man, I had a lot of like film and like pictures. You gotta remember, back then it was in Polaroid cameras and shit. We didn't have all this shit that we got now. So I had a lot of pictures taken. And I didn't keep up with all that stuff because I was moving so much back then. I didn't even realize the value that they would have today. You know what I'm saying? So, but I went to this one party, and man, it was I was seeing some stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, man, it was a so-called baller party, man. And you talk about all the big wigs you could think about, man.
My fault, y'all.
They're doing something, God knows what. You know what I mean? When you get upstairs, when you get up to where the party is, man, you can lose yourself up there. You know what I mean? They have some of everything to entice you to just let yourself go. You know what I mean?
How you feel about this, though, yeah? You think I'm making any sense? Does it make any sense?
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Explain to them. It's like I could, by me understanding the dynamics of how stuff goes and what comes with that, man, with that industry, man. And if you a person that, man, your spirit talk to you, I could see someone going to that degree and that extensive all out to just be done with it. You know what I'm saying? So I could see it happening. So I wouldn't put my money for or against it. You know what I mean? I could actually see it happening, but then I could also, on one hand, be like, motherfucker can sell us anything as well. So, you know what I mean? It's a toss-up for me. So I definitely wouldn't doubt it, though.
But I know one thing. Like Nikki said, the name Machiavelli is a boy name meaning bad nail, king of light. Machiavelli was an alias of TUPAC Shakur. His posthumous
and real Machiavelli faked his death, right?
Machiavelli originally was a person that faked his death and came back and killed all his fucking enemies.
Yeah.
And Big, unfortunately, lost his life after Pac.
But see, and I said, but Big and Pac wasn't enemies, man. They wasn't enemies.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Big wasn't. See, you know, I went to school with Big.
Okay.
Big wasn't Pac enemy, but Pac was Big enemy, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you this is the realest shit I could tell you, Yak.
All right.
Allegedly, when Pac was running with Haitian Jack and Tut and them from East New York, allegedly, some real known hitters. Like he told him in the movie, he was like, "Yo, you really know them dudes you running with?" But you know, even in the movie, they tried to depict it, but it was a little more aggressive than that. Pac really was like, "Yo, like who the fuck you like? I don't give a fuck who them niggas is."
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Because he was running with some real people. Don't really know who Haitian Jack is, but do the history.
Yeah, I know that, man. I know. I know all the cats. I mean, some serious dudes.
And when it come to Rock and Tut and them niggas, free Tut. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, like we're some dangerous dudes. We'll make a long story short. The night when Pac got shot at Quad Studios. See, the fucked up part about that is everybody was going to Quad Studios because it was only 3 studios back in the days to go to. And I noticed because I was trying to get into the rap game. It was D&D, DRP Studios, and that was with Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler, and that was in Brownsville. So people wasn't really comfortable going to Brownsville because of the area. There was the Cutting Room, which was my friend before he went to the feds, named Bert, his studio. And then there was Quad Studio when it came to as far as affordability and budgets. You dig what I'm saying? Like back in the days, you know, Yak, studio time could go anywhere from $90 to $185 to $225 an hour, and you don't even have an engineer.
Exactly.
You got to get somebody to really know how to get up in there and rock that fucking board. You dig what I'm saying?
You $1,000 in and ain't even got nothing.
And the reason why Big and them was going to Quad is because Quad was known as a real laid back studio, and it was like we're like the live. It was like a club, and Pac and them was actually recording in the same studio. So when you come, like that's just like if I come to the studio, yeah, and you just told me something, and I'm not really understanding who you are and how you were talking to me, and I see you up on the top floor. And you be like, yo, Dice, we about to come down there. Matter of fact, come up, fuck with us. And the minute I walk up in the building, niggas back their guns out and go to rob me. And then I get shot. I'm like, yo, how the fuck? The niggas Yak and them was just telling me about Mans and them is down here robbing me. How the fuck he knew all that intricacy? That's when I say a problem and the instigation starts from
And
two
then they said
situations. It's
when
unbeknownst to two
come out,
parties.
Biggie them was like coming out the elevator or something. He said the way they didn't like show no compassion, that made them look like they was guilty or something. I think it was
No, what it was is they wasn't coming out the elevator. When he got shot and they yapped his chain and they closed the door and he went upstairs. Remember, C's was waiting at the elevator door to come downstairs to see where Pac was at because they was all recording. So unbeknownst to him, when the door opened, Pac is in the fucking elevator shot. Them niggas was shook. Them niggas ain't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
And this is real talk, I'm telling you, Yak. Niggas ain't know what the fuck was going on. First thing they know is, let me tell you something what ran through niggas' minds. And this ain't what I noticed, what I was told. Niggas wasn't thinking about the fact that Pac got shot, because you got to understand at that particular time, they were both coming up as aspiring rappers trying to get to the plateau that they received and achieved after they died.
Yeah, they wasn't there yet.
They was on some street shit.
Yeah.
So when they saw him hit like that, they didn't know if that was an ambush coming for rappers, ambush coming for them. They just know he was hit and they were scared.
Yeah.
They were scared. And then Pac looked at them niggas, and instead of them acting militant like Pac perceived them to be because of that rap shit, and them niggas showed their true colors, they wasn't pussy, but they was at an awe and they were in shock. Pac said, hold up, these niggas was down with this shit. He was paranoid. He was going through what he was going through. His adrenaline was rushing. And he was shot.
That's he thinking on the level of, if they was hit coming at his shit, he coming out backing out. You know what I'm saying?
TV, I see you in the building. Salute.
Yes, to you, Blackout. I saw the salute. Appreciate it, bro. Yes, I definitely
these pictures right here. The reason why I did this is because in my heart, this is just my analogy. Nobody has to agree with me. I believe this right here is the same person. If y'all agree with me, let me see the dice cubes. Everybody that's in the chat, we got 19 in the building. If y'all agree this is the same person, let me see the dice cubes right quick.
The teeth and the eyes look similar.
The only difference that I see is the hats, the dreads, the age, and the earring is not in one nose.
Look at the teeth. The teeth look very similar.
And what I also see is a picture of relief in one of the pictures, of joy, of like finally I could just be free.
Yep.
Just like in this picture right here.
Pac was a different dude, man. He had to become that thug life. You know what I'm saying? Pac was an intricate dude. You know what I mean? He was different, man.
Look at this pictures right here. The same woman. The same woman. Allegedly left eye. Allegedly, just like right here, allegedly, same person. Right here, allegedly, same person. Look at these alleged two people together that are portrayed now as a Muslim couple.
And they was real tight, just like him and Jada.
They dated in real life. Look at them now.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Look at this picture right here. Tupac Shakur and Gaddafi. Look at this picture right here. Forgive me for the blurriness. Look at that picture right there, that same distinct nose. And look right there with just age. I think they're trying to bamboozle us. You notice somebody just came in just now and said, Dice, please take this down. We would never know who was behind that avatar. We would never know who was behind that avatar. Oh, we got Tosh in the building. Yo, Tosh, what up? She said the nose looked different. Drop Guard said, wow, the nose looked different on the two women. That's what y'all are saying. So let's look at the picture again.
Saying the nose?
It seemed like the nose looks fuller. Just like the nose looked fuller here. If you notice what Tupac Shakur said, in an interview, he said if he would have to quote unquote, pay attention, y'all. Y'all can go look this up on YouTube. I don't want to get no copy strikes. He said, if I had to fake my death or disappear, he said the first thing he would do, he said, I would cut up my nose. Anybody prove me wrong, I want you to do the history on it. He said, I would cut up my nose. Look at the picture on the left of his nose. Look at the picture of the right of his nose. Let's look at the picture on the left of her nose. Let's look at the picture in the right of her nose. A coincidence to me is an excuse for a sucker. That's what my grandfather told me.
The teeth are very similar on the guys.
Too similar, if you ask me.
The teeth are, man. That's one of the quickest and most thorough ways of identifying somebody is their teeth. You know what I'm saying?
And this is a hell of a similarity to me also. But these pictures right here, check how both of their noses are so full now. Ain't that a hell of a similarity? They both got the same damn nose.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't paying attention to what's happening? See me to tell me slim nose, slim nose, full nose, full nose, slim nose, slim nose, slim nose, slim nose, grown, full, full nose, full nose, full nose, slim nose. I told y'all before, if y'all ain't noticed before, you are now rocking with the best. This is Sharon McLeod, son.
You did one here, bro.
I just had something to really make us think.
Yeah, you
I just
did
had
one
something to
right.
make y'all go back and do y'all due diligence because I'm about to shut it down. Y'all can go check into this a little more because I be trying.
See, this is the dice. That's why I was saying we need you, bro. You gotta keep our mind working, man. Keep us doing some homework, man.
Latasha said, you can't change the bridge of a nose and you can't make a nose bigger. Where do you get the flesh from?
Oh man, you know where we at?
You get the flesh from silicone. They're doing it to white people every day, Tosh. They take false silicone, which is like a plastic mold type, and fill in certain space. They're doing it every day. Matter of fact, if you listen to what Styles P said from the Locks, he said this 20 years ago in one of his songs. He said, if shit get official and it really becomes an issue, he said, I'm going to go see Steven Spielberg and cop some skin tissue. He said, then we can rocket the skies if the feds come to get you. He said, the next question, where's NASA at? I need some plasmic Jeeps with lasers that fly with plasmic gats. Yo, anything can happen when it comes to cosmic surgery. Cosmic surgery is serious today.
They can make me become Dice and Dice become me.
That's a fact. You see what artist said? First of all, there are women today that were born with no type of shape whatsoever. And they are going to places like the Dominican Republic, right here in the United States, Puerto Rico, but people are flying to the Dominican Republic and Miami because they're saying that these doctors are performing these same procedures, but for a cheaper price.
Way cheaper. Yeah, but you know what I mean? But the kick to that, ladies, some of that stuff is rejected. The body is rejecting some. We walk around here looking like foo in 2 weeks.
And a lot of women is walking around with their ass looking like a goddamn tooth.
Exactly.
And look what Artist Morrison said. He said, remember the movie, y'all, Face Off. They took the face from Nicolas Cage and put it on John Travolta. They took the same genetics I told you about and altered the face and the cheekbones and the noses from John Travolta to what's his name? Nicolas Cage, and transform faces.
They take cartilage from the rib to build bone, not skin.
We got Dr. Zismo in the building, y'all. He said they take cartilage from the rib to build the bone, not skin. Anybody want to know who this is? This is my childhood friend. I love her to death. This is Tosh. This is actually, let me tell y'all a story about Tosh. I ain't gonna get into too much because it ain't everybody's business. I'm gonna tell you the story about Tosh, Yak.
All right.
Shout out to the Dread El Compa. I did not know, and I actually watch my analytics. They tell you about the countries and the places that watch your shows if you watch your analytics. A person that me and Tasha knows that lives in the Bahamas, Yak,
All right.
got in touch and reached out to Tasha and sent her the video with me and God Bless the Dead El Compa on DJ Velo's show. These is true facts.
Gotcha.
Tasha reached out to me through DM, and she reached out to me through Cash App and gave me her number. We spoke, and she told me, she said, I was so disappointed in the both of y'all. She said, I wish I could have came up on the show and checked both of y'all. The reason why she said this is because of the history me and her have.
Mm-hmm.
And then the reason why she said that also is because of her and El Compa. She is actually somebody that could literally say after Miss Loretta passed away, that was El Compa's other mother right there, y'all.
Gotcha.
Shout out to my man Abdul. They can tell you this is their other mother right here. This is not a regular person. This woman has known me since I was 18 years old. Actually, me and this woman was together, Yak. Me and her was chilling. A bunch of friends of us were chilling the actual night. My grandfather passed away. I told y'all this. He passed away May 13th, 1995. Me, her, and a few of our other friends was at my house May 12th, 1995, the night before he passed away.
Mm.
So
really
thank God to YouTube. Because of YouTube and the situation when me and my man making a fool of ourselves up here on YouTube, she reached out to me. Long live Compa.
Long live Compa.
You dig what I'm saying? And like she said, we both looked at so fucking stupid. Matter of fact, she said, like she said, since she was 16 years old.
Wow. See, that's history.
See, that's why I be trying to tell people I don't stand behind avatars. And the first thing she told me when we and her spoke is she was like, yo, I'm just flabbergasted to the fact that you, of all people, are on YouTube. And she checked me about some shit. This was the funniest shit, y'all. She said, I noticed your ass be up on YouTube name dropping too, nigga. See, this ain't no regular chick, y'all. This like
you know where you come from, what?
But she also said the reason why I can't really go at you hard because I notice when you say certain stories, Dice, because I know you telling the truth, you always say when you talk about certain things, rest in peace. See, y'all notice the stories that I have spoken about up here on this show.
Nothing that can affect nobody. That's it.
Nothing that can implicate nobody.
I already know.
Well, past 7 years, it's nothing that can implicate nobody. And unfortunately, they went to their rest. If you notice, my big OG got up here, Dello, and he told y'all things about me that I never expressed to y'all because I'm not proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a cold-blooded fact. He came up. You notice if you watch the episode with me, Dello, and Al Boogie, when we was talking about DCEP history, it was certain things that me and him had a conversation about after we got off the phone. But Tater, there wasn't no bad conversation. It was just like the good part about it is nothing is scripted.
Mm-hmm.
See, it wasn't like he called me and said, I'm going to talk about this or I'm going to talk about that. And I said, no, don't talk about this or, yo, you should talk about that. Nah, when we got up there, that was all of us reminiscing about things that we went through in our life from childhood.
It just flowed naturally.
And unfortunately, I've done some things that I am not proud of, that I had to adapt to. Shout out to my man, Baby Grizz. He in the building. That's a fact. These are people that know me yet 30, 32, 33, 35 years.
Yeah.
So it's no fraudulence in nothing I'm talking about. And all these people can tell you, and Tosh has also said how proud of me that she is because people fail to realize the person that I used to be that I am not proud of.
Excuse me.
I am not proud of. I'm proud of what I've overcome. I'm so proud of who I became. But nah. That person, I'm not proud of him. I don't give him no glory. I don't give him no gratification. I give him a lot of thanks because of certain situations that me as a person, I don't even know what I would have dealt with if it was just me and my characteristic and my mind frame. I might have been taken advantage of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I might have been, you know what I'm saying? I might have been scared to come outside. Yeah, you heard me?
It's crazy, Dice. Probably about 3-4 days ago, I'm on Facebook. My very first girlfriend I had, she put a picture up and I commented on it. And off the picture, 3 or 4 of my childhood friends come like, man, yak. And then I actually sent them the interview that you did of me. And my one buddy Oakley, I actually mentioned him on the interview. One of my close friends that was a Black Peace Stone. I mentioned him on the interview. He said, man, you ain't forget about me. And I'm like, nah, we went in and they like, man, Jack, you done came a long way from all the, they got the throwing stuff out there. I'm like, man, I ain't even that same dude no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, that dude been gone a minute, you know?
I understand that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our past is who we are. You dig what I'm saying? But my grandfather always told me this. He said, if you keep one foot in the past and one foot in the present, you will never be able to accept or receive the rewards of the future.
Facts.
And it's just a truth, something I live by.
Yeah, I'm definitely not ashamed of the stuff I did. I'm not super proud of it, but it's like, man, it defined. That's why some of my characteristics and my models that I live by is because of my walk. You know what I mean? Certain stuff I won't do, won't take being done to me, and won't even attempt to make nobody else see me do to them, you know? Certain still I just won't do or take because of my walk, you know?
That's a fact. Taj said you couldn't be who you are now without being who you were. That's a fact.
1,000.
That's a fact. One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I ain't never been no sucker, and I've always been that one to start. She'll tell you. She could even tell you an incident that happened when she came and checked me one day on the block, and somebody had the nerve to say something real crazy out their mouth. You dig what I'm saying, Yak? But that was just a young, dumb me. Don't get it twisted. I wouldn't go that far today, but I would correct the situation. Anybody that's around me, male or female, that I care about, that I take on and I love as my family, they're not going to be disrespected, especially in my presence, Yak. That's even upon death.
They better off dealing with coming at me instead of somebody else that I love, man.
That's a fact. Make Me Cry said, what's good, Big Dice? How you doing, Make Me Cry? That's a hell of a name, but hello. Like D said on What's Happening. Hello.
Make Me Cry.
That she said her name is Yak. I think that's a woman. Let me see right quick.
Is that a lady? Yeah, they look like
that's a lady. Hell yeah, that's a lady. Oh, you gonna get me? You gonna fuck around and make YouTube strike my damn channel? I ain't fucking with you. You got to change your avatar, Make Me Cry.
You got to see 2 men up there. How you gonna speak to one? You only speak to one? What's going on? See 2 gentlemen up there.
You got to get you an avatar, Barney or a pickup truck or a McDonald's sign or a White Castle hamburger. You can't be doing that shit. They'll strike us on YouTube for them type of pictures. They call that explicit nudity. That's what they call that shit on YouTube, Yak. They calling that shit explicit nudity. But I appreciate you for pulling up, and I hope you subscribe to the channel.
That's that eye candy.
Matter of fact, thinking about subscriptions, y'all, I'm at 921 subscribers. I need 19 subscribers. I need 100 subscribers before Wednesday, y'all. I need 100 subscribers before Wednesday. I need 19 people. We got 19 people exactly in the building right now. I know somebody in here knows somebody that can subscribe to my channel. They want to come over here and get some of this work and come over here and get some of this love. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm starting to hear that all over YouTube now. Yeah, I swear to God, I'm hearing that all over YouTube now. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
I hear it.
I'm hearing it everywhere now.
Yep.
They told me I copy, but I'm used to starting trends, you dig? But
people don't be wanting to, they don't want to admit and acknowledge where shit come from, but man, it's a few of us.
I'm seeing niggas that don't even like me screaming out, tell a friend, tell a friend. I'm like, oh shit. But you know what? It's nothing wrong with that because me, to me, that's really, really honor because number one, this is something a gangster told me by the name of Rainbow from Utica Avenue. He said, yo, once you understand that hate is nothing but confused admiration, you should be able to get through life much more easier.
Hmm.
And that's some real deep shit because if a nigga ain't, if you ain't never did nothing to somebody or somebody ain't, you know what I'm saying, nobody never had a conversation with you and then they're upset with you and they're so aggravated with you by just your presence, that means they're confused. Ooh. It's a confused admiration. Something about you ignites them so much, it intrigues them so much, and they so caught up in their feelings, they don't even know how to just come to you and say, yo, check this out. You got a smooth diddy bop about you, man.
That's deep.
On some real shit. He was in a movie called Sonny Carson, called Education of Sonny Carson. His name was Rainbow. Rest in peace to Rainbow and Akbar from Brownsville. This was my pop's right-hand man. So this is why I try to tell people the morals and the integrity and shit that was in the militancy that was embedded in me. I'm not used to certain shit. So forgive me sometimes when it seems like I'm getting out of character, y'all. It's just that the disrespect I will never tolerate, but I'm learning to deal with it.
Hey, Dice. Trey sent me the other morning, man. Trey's woke me up bright and early. I hear my messenger go off. Trey sent me a video. I had I don't even know what to call it. A YouTube stalker / crazy motherfucker. They're like, man, went on probably I said 6 months trying to attack me being who I am and where I'm from. You name it. Anything, some Dr. Seuss shit. They went, and I never responded. I'm like, man, for somebody that don't know me, never seen me, only talk to me slightly on here, can't tell you nothing about me because I chose to distance myself from their communication on here. They put a recent video up out of nowhere talking about Yak. And Trey said,
you winning, Yak. That honestly, you winning. I had to learn that shit too. See me. Yeah. People that really know me in real life know I don't even really talk like that. So saying my name, if it's not nothing with honor or respect, I usually address that shit immediately. But I have to learn. I'm not 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25. And then I'm learning something more about YouTube pertaining to my health. Like this shit fuck with my motherfucking attitude and my spirit and my blood pressure because I can't grab somebody
joking
or put my hands on somebody for blatant disrespect, but actually it's God teaching me something again, inshallah, that I got to work on my impulsiveness.
I learned it from this situation, man, because in the beginning, guys, I'm telling you, bro, on here saying, an hour every morning, an hour video on Yak every evening. I'm like, how the fuck can you come up with that much false tales and just keep going? And I was on one. I was digging and trying about to roll up on something. You know what I mean? And the wife be like, chill out. They don't know.
It's not really worth it because I started thinking about it. Yo, if one thing Compa ain't do, Compa really did something to me, y'all. I'm dead serious. See, I'm like I said, I'm not gonna. I don't do that. You dig what I'm saying? But when I say Comp did something to me, it didn't really affect me the way it was supposed to affect me. Like when me and him was going through our bullshit, yeah, it affected me because of my ego. Like, oh shit, nigga trying to play me. I'm on defense. But nah, that wasn't it. That was not it. When I sat back and calmed down, unfortunately, y'all would never know how many times I've watched them videos.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just to really, really hear what my man was saying because I wasn't listening to what he was saying. I was too busy paying attention to the fucking mods.
Yeah.
See, it's not us that argue. It's the mods that create friction.
Mm-hmm.
The narrative is controlled by the mods. They say that the YouTube podcast controllers are in control. We're in control because we can do certain things like mute the mic or go behind the avatar or pull people up on the screen or do certain things like illustrate certain things that was put in the chat. But that don't mean we have control on what's said in the chat.
The chat puts the energy wherever they want it to go. That's where the energy is going to go.
And unfortunately, I'm just telling you my analogy of this. There's no opinion that's bad over here. Steel sharpens steel. I've been an important person all my life.
Exactly.
Respectfully. collectively in all aspects of whatever I've done when it came to legal, illegal, just being a human being. I've been important all my life. This is something that's been bestowed upon me.
Nothing new.
You dig what I'm saying? So when it comes to certain people saying, oh, or yo, or that shit don't mean nothing to me. My first car was a Benz. I was 16 driving a candy wrap Benz, a 190E. It never really made nothing to me, man. I was driving Cressetas, Benzes, Cadillacs. I'm young, driving sedan DeVilles. Like I didn't really understand the things that was really being shown through me through God. Yeah, I was one of the figures in the hood, and everybody was gravitating me. Could sleep with anybody I wanted to, could have put anybody on, could have had anything done to anybody in the hood. But I didn't really understand the significance and the importance of myself until I had my son and buried my mother. And now being a part of YouTube, even though I walk in God light every day, inshallah, in YouTube, that's why all the foolishness and the buffoonery we gonna keep from over here.
Yeah.
Because my influence, respectfully to everybody that comes in and watches me, I love everybody, to the 921 people that subscribe, 981 people that subscribe to me. I love that. That's why mines ain't jump like that, because I'm not gonna be over here going, yo, this one this, or that one that, or this one this. I noticed when I did that 3 times, my views went through the roof. 1,500, 1,700, 2,100 views, 2,100 views from a person that's not monetized within 48 hours. That's the devil.
That's the devil. I refuse to do it, bro. I mean, I listened to about 3 or 4 minutes of it the other day. And I'm like, and I said to my wife, I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers really don't know me. I'm like, do I need to have some people that really know me come up here and we just chop it up and just talk? She said, you can't do that, babe, just for the record. And then I just started thinking, I said, man, I got to do the second part of this interview as well. And I probably talked for about 2 hours to my wife. I'm like, if I said this shit, they would think I was lying. A lot of the things
everybody got to hear the truth. They got to hear your story. See me.
I mean, a lot of things that I did, Dice, most people would not even believe it, bro.
Facts.
They wouldn't even believe I would have to be. They would think I was lying, bro.
Facts.
I'm sitting there telling my wife a lot of stuff I hadn't even told her. She like, huh? She like, you might not need to.
Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. Excuse me. Yo, Tosh, listen to this shit, Tosh. This is what they had. They said this about me on YouTube, Tosh. They said that I was on YouTube, Tosh, looking for love, Tosh. How you feel about that, Tosh? Let me tell you something. Before she answered that question, y'all, respectfully, I've turned down more pussy than niggas would ever imagine.
Say it again.
That's on my mother's beloved life. Respectfully, I've turned down more women to this day and this second. I have blocked women on Instagram because the first thing they do when they send me pictures is send me explicit pictures because they're intrigued or whatever, captivated by. I've heard, I'm not even gonna get into it because I don't want to start that no more. But I'm telling you, this YouTube shit got people going crazy, man. See, I love the pictures. I love the videos. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love all that freaky shit. I love these new technology with the phones. But I don't want that with nobody I don't know. To me, that's fucking weird. I don't go to strip clubs. Never been a fan of no strip club. Never been walking around, gawking around with no chicken. Nah, I've always had the pleasure of having. If I wanted to see somebody in a thong, all I had to do is tell a chick, get a thong. I've never been one of them weirdo dudes. I don't do the strip club shit. To me, that shit is weird. Not trying to sound funny. I've been to 2 strip clubs in my life, and both times was because the day after I had friends that was getting married, and they had bachelor parties in the strip club. And on my beloved mother, both times I did not stay more than an hour.
Well, I've been to a few of them in my day. I used to make money on them.
Number one, you know why I've never liked strip clubs? This is 2 reasons. Women and money. See, me, I used to do some crazy things. See, everybody worrying about the strip club, but this is what we used to think about. If it's 10, 12 chicks up in the strip club that's naked, and we got 2,000 niggas up in there with a pocket full of motherfucking money, we trying to rob the club.
Exactly.
See, I used to be on some other shit, y'all. I ain't gonna get into it. See, I ain't thinking about no pussy. I'm thinking about that bag. You dig what I'm saying? If it's, say, 1,000 dudes that come, now pay attention to what I'm saying to y'all. It's a strip club, and say 2 or 3 of the females are known strippers, like say Cherokee the stripper, Cherokee the body, whatever the fuck these strippers be calling themselves, or whatever, ass junkie, pineapple face, whatever the fuck they be calling themselves, they popular. If the club holds 25 to 3,000 people, and we have, say, about 1,800 men up in there, maybe 300 women, that's 2,100 people. Out of 1,800 men, let's break that down to about maybe 900 to 950, 1,000 men have more than $100 in their pocket. That's a lick. That's a lick. And then I'm thinking about, quote unquote, the money that they're taking in. First of all, if I'm not licking, y'all looking at me saying I'm licking, quote unquote, the people inside the motherfucking club. No. I'm thinking about the motherfucker that got the club.
Got the club.
I'm thinking about the way that every time they standing at that door clicking, they getting $25, $40 in admission, because them fools is coming in there to spend that money because they're attracted to women.
Which door the money go out of?
Now pay attention to this. 40 10 times is 400. That's 40 10 times is $400. So do 40 2,500 times. Do 40 1,800 times.
Yeah.
And then after 12, the admission goes from $40 to $60 because niggas is thirsty.
And that's not counting what they making behind the bar /
Think about the take from the bar.
Goodness. Exactly.
Think about the take from, quote unquote, the niggas. That's every club got a crew of niggas selling drugs. Don't you never forget it. It's somebody in there selling pills. It's somebody in there selling motherfucking cocaine. It's somebody in there selling marijuana. These is facts.
It's a fact.
The only reason why they are in these spots doing this is because they're all a conglomerate. I'm thinking about at the end of the night when everybody home and they sitting in there comfortable, drinking all that alcohol, counting that bread, and me and my mans is going up in there. I'm thinking about after everybody done bought all them hot chicken wings, them appetizer, them chicken tenders, with the honey mustard, them motherfucking hot pretzels.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about when them niggas sitting there counting that motherfucking bread, and about 2 or 3 of them homegirls up in there, they're stripping. Y'all don't even know them broads fuck with us, and they down with anything, ready to murder anything. And we got the layout. We know who got a gun. We know what door is going to be open. We know how to get in there. We know where the bread is. And we know one of the homegirls we going to grab and put the gun on her head, and she going to open the safe because she's cool with the manager, because 9 out of 10 times she fucking him. See, that's how I think. I don't know about how y'all regular niggas be thinking. I'm sharing my cloud, son.
We boy, I tell you.
See, yeah, I've really changed my life, Yak. Tasha in here, she'll tell you I've really changed my life, Yak.
I already know, bro. I'm just gonna tell you. I said, man, they wouldn't believe me. I said they would not, but they think I was making a fucking novel up, bro.
Yeah, I can imagine how many people out of the 24 people that's in the building right now was like, this nigga's crazy. He's going to go up in the club and rob a club. What did he think? I ain't talking about no uptown Saturday night shit. I ain't got no time for nobody to be stripping down, and me and 4 and 5 of my mans going to have to scour a room of 18 to 2,300 people. We're going to get ambushed. I'm talking about 4 or 5 of us, 2, 3, maybe 4 of them in the element of surprise that gonna make them niggas cooperate, like when children stand up singing I Pledge Allegiance before they teachers start teaching them in the morning.
Yeah.
Because 2 of my niggas gonna come in, 1 of y'all gonna get pistol whipped, 2 of y'all gonna get taped up. The rest of y'all is gonna fall in line.
And tell us where everything is.
Respectfully. And see, if it go down like that, don't nobody gotta get killed. See, a robbery should not turn into a homicide, but it'll always be one of them Christopher Reeve ass niggas that want to be super thug and get somebody killed.
Yep.
I was always taught when the drop is out, respect the jokes. Respect the jokes. Get on the ground, start saying the 23rd song, Alhamdulillah, Inshallah, Mishallah, and pray that your God protect you.
If you got caught slipping with your eyes wide open, man, lay down past the pot, man. That's it.
Donnie 2 Fly 212, I see you in the building. Salute, gangster, my fault. Word up. Well, I appreciate everybody for pulling up in the building tonight. We had another great one. I'm trying to keep y'all intrigued and trying to keep y'all away from the drama and trying to keep y'all brain stimulated, giving y'all something to go to sleep, thinking about positively, to do some research on, instead of thinking about something crazy to talk to somebody else about some negative energy. See, this is what I learned. This is some real deep shit I learned. Your emotions turn into energy that's transmitted. It's just like when you get mad, the first thing you want to do is punch somebody or swing or fight. Just like when you get horny, the first thing you want to do is make love to your man or make love to your woman. See, your emotions transform a different energy that overwhelms your body. And I'm trying to stay at peace, y'all. I'm trying to stay really, really, really at peace because I be having my emotional balance seesaws every now and then. But you know, if we keep praying together, we going to work together. We going to stay together. We keep prayed up. We going to stay blessed up.
That's it. And if y'all don't know, me and my brother Dice talk behind the scenes. My brother keep me grounded, and I try to keep him grounded.
That's a fact. Still sharp and still, y'all. It ain't nothing. I don't know everything. And matter of fact, I'm gonna try to do it. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna try to do this. The last time I did this, I played too much music, and we were quote unquote struck for a week. But this is what I'm gonna do. Every Wednesday, I'm gonna try to do this. Not every Wednesday night, but the first or the second Wednesday of the month. And depending on the outcome and the participation, we can do it every other week or we can do it every week. I want to get a real ladies' night going on up here for the women to come up here and talk to us and help us with some of our problems, some of y'all problems with everything in life: aggravation, work, children, sex,
and everything,
intimacy, commitment, conversation, understanding, communicate. I need the help from everybody because I be bugging out sometimes. I be bugging out. You know what I'm saying? I dropped a post today on YouTube and I said, egos are created from insecurities and fears. That's some real shit. They ain't come from nobody but my mind. Egos, because I'm talking about myself. So I just gave it to the world because maybe somebody else feel like that. Egos are created from insecurities and fears, because the minute you get scared or you feel as though you're getting tested or you feel as though you're getting disrespected, this alter ego that's supposed to be the protector of you overtakes your body and your spirit. Egos are created from insecurities and fears. If we get in touch with our insecurities and our fears, slowly but surely, our egos will disappear. I love y'all. Salute.
Love, bro.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?